We're just live here on TTC 8084 on the 48 Rathburn bus. And this is departing Royal York Station within the next, I would say, 3 to 5 minutes. This is TTC 8084 or 8084 on the 48 Rathburn bus, and we are here at Royal York Station, and this is an OG diesel. This is a 2007 unit, Cummins ISL. 3349 is just departing here at Royal York Station on the 73C Royal York with a Black Excellence in Toronto, I guess in honor of Black History Month we had in February, and they kept the, what do you call it, the bus wrap up, so that's kind of cool. And the bus we're on now is supposed to be departing probably within the next minute or so, I would think. One of the older OG units, considering the OG 7900s have all now been recently retired as of March 4th, 2024. And many of the 8,000 units also have been retired. I think there may be around 30 left, if I read one of the comments recently. So 8084. So if it's one of your favorite units, you might want to tune in and watch. And this is being filmed in the Vertical Live here in Toronto, Etobicoke, YouTube. And from what I gather, this is one of the TTC operators' favorite vehicle to drive. From all the drivers we've conversed with and spoken with and transit enthusiasts, this is the #1 vehicle through all of TTC history that drivers and operators are really, really enjoying operating. It has so many pluses. Its transmission, its engine, it's favored amongst the fans as well. So yeah, you just can't go wrong with an OG diesel. And the way TTC is moving forward with going electric, I'm not in favor of that. I actually am not in favor at all of electric vehicles. I just prefer the regular, normal gas vehicles. Electric, I'm not so sure about. It's kind of cool. I mean, I use them. I like to, put Tesla videos up for shorts because they're trendy and everything. But yeah, this is um, definitely the favorite buses amongst all the TTC drivers. In fact, I think the drivers even prefer these buses over the Novas. They prefer them even more than, what do you call it? Like the newest one. I forget what it's called. The New Flyer, like the New Flyer XTE 40s and 60s. Although they're kind of cool to have. I'm talking here. This is me talking. Not a random person talking. See, this is why it's good to leave comments off, because I get idiotic comments on here. So if you're asking me something related to the bus ride, ask me. If not, don't leave a comment.
Next stop, Stratford Court.
I'm the one talking here. It's me. Just watch the bus ride video and enjoy, and let me continue talking. So yeah, this is a bus ride video. This is featuring bus 8084, and we are on the Orion OG unit. And it's actually a really beautiful day for a bus ride. So if you're in your city and you want to explore your own city, why not explore it on a bus? Public transportation is one of the key things about coming to visit a city. You get to see the city and explore the public transportation. And no better than doing that on an OG bus. Like an OG diesel bus is pretty ideal to drive on.
Stop, Ashley Park Road.
I'm gonna block you. So yeah, if you're just joining us here and you're a troll, you can just leave. So this is for respectful people who are wanting to leave polite comments, comments related to the video and the bus ride. If you want to be a troll and you just want to say mean things, don't leave a comment, because I'm just gonna block you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Next stop, the Kingsway.
And so back to our bus ride. So the 48 Rathburn is one of the nicest bus routes you can take in Toronto. In tree-lined streets in South Etobicoke, kind of bordering on Central Etobicoke. You see a lot of beautiful homes and structures, as well as apartment buildings. Well, kind of mini apartment buildings, sort of like post-war buildings in this area here. And the 48 Rathburn, it's a pretty old route. Years ago, the route used to be called the 2 Anglesey, up until, I don't know exactly what specific year, but it was a number of years this has been the 48 Rathburn. And it's beautiful to take this ride. It's, in fact, If you check out my channel on Patrece Sunflower, you're going to see 7949 is one of my top producing videos where I feature a ride in the, I believe it's the fall time, where I'm actually driving in a similar bus, now retired of course, which I just mentioned, which is 7949. And you're going to see a lot of the tree-lined streets. But of course, a lot of those trees will be maple trees and with like the full fall colors and foliage, like for autumn.
Next stop, Wimbledon Road.
And it's one of the most beautiful scenic routes in Toronto if you like to take a beautiful journey, even if you're on a budget. It's a beautiful route to take. And as I mentioned earlier, it's on one of the drivers' favorite, TTC bus drivers, operators' favorite type of unit, which again I mentioned is the OG diesel bus.
Next stop is Linton Avenue.
We pulled 500 drivers online recently through SurveyMonkey, and 98% of them said they preferred driving an OG diesel over a Nova LFS or an NG hybrid, and most of them just said they just prefer it. They prefer the braking system. They prefer everything about the way the bus rides. They like the fact that the bus is nice and loud. People who are hearing impaired can actually hear the bus go by. So that's really cool. Some of the quieter buses, especially like the Excelsior bus, is pretty quiet until they utilize the air brake. Then it's screechy like a cat. It's kind of annoying. But with the OG diesel, you can depend on hearing that bus. And in certain parts of the city, like for example, I know in Humber Bay I've heard, as well as High Park, and I believe part of the Junction. As far as I know, they're not allowed to use the OG diesels in that part because people had complained about the noise from them. But if you think about Jane Station, for example, or Keele Station, let's just speak of Jane Station. Jane Station has residential units that were built in the 1940s, and they are like practically right adjacent to the subway station. And no one over there complains about them. I mean, look at Renegade Station. There's tons of buses next to residential homes. So I guess it's just certain areas are more pickier. And I guess that's just a right to be, but it just goes to show you what people prefer in some areas versus other areas. Now, joining us today, and you're finding that the view could be horizontal, you can certainly check out one of my thousands of library videos for bus rides that have been filmed in the horizontal mode over the last 3 years, including lives. So the videos that you'll see that are predominantly in the vertical mode obviously would be shorts, and some of my vertical videos that have been filmed, and of course the vertical lives.
Next stop, East Side Stop, Kipling Avenue. Kipling Avenue. Next stop, Lloyd Manor Road.
very much. We just got off the bus 8084 on the 48 Rathburn here in Etobicoke. It's a beautiful day, just gorgeous. Not even wearing a coat, and we couldn't ask for a nicer day. Beautiful breeze. I hope it doesn't get any hotter than this, but who knows, eh? Summer's coming. So thank you for watching, and until next time, see you later.